When I first saw these, I was just kind of like, you know what, man? I don't really need another pair of threes. Then we got them in, I pulled them out, and instant regret set in.
Hey, what's good guys? This is Jody from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, as you can see, you're with me because we're doing a women's Jordan. This is the Air Jordan 3 in Lucky Green, and apparently this is like the shoe color of the year because we've covered the Air Jordan 1 and the Air Jordan 2 all in Lucky Green. If you go and check out the 1s and the 2s, Chris did a really good job covering why they've been doing Lucky Green. It's a callback to the Celtics versus Jordan, but Jordan lost, but he still threw up 62 points, correct?
63.
63 points.
You're only off by one, that's fine. They did do the SB4s that look like that.
Yes.
With the red logos. Fun fact though.
What?
This is your first pair of threes.
This is my first pair of threes that I can now match with my shirt from SenseApparel.com. You can buy it while you watch. So again, because this is a women's Jordan, they put it in the typical Jordan women's box. They didn't give us any elephant print like they've been doing on the newer Jordan 3 boxes, like the Wizards and the Cardinals, and I'm sure a plethora of other shoes that I can't think of right now.
The black and greens.
The black and greens?
I don't know what those are called though.
I don't know, but you will have a card here so you can check them out. So as far as tech goes, these are exactly like the men's. Starting from the bottom, we have the Jordan branding because we have Jordan on the heel and we don't cross brand apparently. You don't throw Nike on the bottom if Jordan's on the back. Something I will say that I really like about the bottom of these shoes is, again, we just covered the Wizard 3s, and where they had put copper, it was just a big block of copper. On this one, they actually took the time and it's really clean. There's no like smudges or overlap. It's just a clean Jordan logo down there.
The kids version do mismatch.
Oh, do they?
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look at
You'd have to go pull out Eric's.
I know. I want to say that they do. They have this weird ass model coming out. I'll talk about it whenever they release, but they definitely cross brand.
Something else that I really liked when it comes to the branding is it's red on the bottom, but it's gray on the back. I just think it's really clean back there because they could have done black or green or red, but I feel like the gray is like elegant looking. Moving on up to the midsole, we have a polyurethane whole block there with encapsulated air in the forefoot and visible air in the heel. Can you feel everything? Well, it's 1988 technology, so not so much. But people were getting buckets back then, so I guess if you wanted to, you could go do that now. I'm going to throw this over to fact checker Chris because I need him to rip out the insole for me. This is where they really cheaped out on us, ladies. It's just a basic Ortholite-like insole. No dream cell, no polyurethane, no nothing. If you wanted to, you could replace the insole. Check out our Move Insole videos if you have any questions about those. They're great though. Moving on up to the upper, we have leather, leather, leather everywhere.
It's beautiful.
According to Chris and his love of leather. It is actually really nice. It's soft and it's not overly pressed, I guess is a good word for it. Tumbled.
Textured or tumbled.
Textured.
Very similar leather to certain pairs of the Fire Reds and the White Cement Reimagined.
We do have those die cuts that Chris has been covering, both at the base of the toe and down by the bottom of the laces. And that's just so that they can line it all up properly, hopefully. Mine are lined up fine, so I'm sure with their quality control, I'm sure there are some pairs where they're botched, but I haven't seen it. We'll have some beautiful B-roll of all the elephant prints because we know how much you guys enjoy that. This one is very, very close together. Like, look at that. Can you see that?
Yeah, the toe is very bold. The other shoe though, it's got that nice thin looking elephant print, like the crack lines are thin.
As Chris has gone over before, that's because these are just giant sheets of material that have been pressed, and it's just kind of like a luck of the draw as far as what shoes you pick up and which type of lines you get on your toe and heel of your shoe. For those of you who are all about the shape, you should be pleased with these because they're very much so in line with the Reimagined 3s that they did earlier this year, end of last year. I don't know, we've covered so many 3s, it feels like, just in this first quarter of the year that I'm surprised we have yet another. And I have to say, I really, really do like this color scheme. I enjoyed it on the 2s, and I have to say I'm a big fan of it here as well. Got a little bit of that sail on the midsole shoe. For those of you who didn't like the sale, it's not on the back tab, so you guys should be happy with that. For those of you who love your little extras, they do give you that classic hang tag in the green to match. I don't know what you guys all do with this. Do you guys hang them on your backpacks?
I see people wear them on the shoe.
That just sounds so...
It's not the move. I've never understood it.
Now, as far as sizing goes, I can tell you as a wide footer that I was able to go true to size in this, get my typical normal size 6, and I still had plenty of room, just enough at the toe. Nothing pinching, but it's probably because they don't have these weird sidewalls like the 4s do.
These are f***ing pretty.
And welcome back, love of my life.
I personally really like these. I didn't think that I would. When I keep seeing them online, I was like,
I'm sure you're feeling overwhelmed by the amount of green shoes that, like I said, we've done. This is now the 4th one that has the Lucky Green moniker to it, but then you brought up the SB Jordan 4s as well, so.
yeah, no, I mean, it's between that and almost like you said, where there's been so many 3s releasing, where even the PE, I was not.
Oh, I know.
And I'm normally really excited for PEs. MJ barely wore them. You know what I mean? Like he always wore, or typically wore, what we would get. So seeing a PE of his actually releases is a special thing, I think. But it's just been so like, and I'm not trying to say it's oversaturated because I don't believe in that. Like this is a brand, like there's something for everybody. There's a colorway for everybody, you know what I mean? Like I think that that stuff is great. It's just weird that I've lost, like it's because they've released the classics, I think, for me. So the Fire Reds, they did it right. They did the White Cements right, minus the sale for some people. Some people really don't like that. So when I see all these other colorways, I'm like, would I wear that over these 2 classics? The answer is no. This is the one though where I pulled it out of the box and immediately was like, maybe. Like this is a clean looking shoe, you know what I mean? So I do have the SB4s and I probably would wear those over these, even though I really love 3s. Like I do find them to be more comfortable than 4s, but that SB4 is something special. Like that shoe is. But anyway, so yeah, I think that these are a great cop for anybody. So if they are within your men's size, then you know what I mean, like feel free. I think that you'll like the materials, the qualities, and like she said earlier, one of the best things about a women's release is that they are tech for tech, like with the men's. So they don't skimp out on the women's versions like they would a grade school version.
Except right here.
That's the only thing. I was kind of actually surprised that that was in there. Jordan Brand does what Jordan Brand wants, right? So like it is what it is. But if you wanted a polyurethane insole, that Move insole, that's the all day, it's their casual insole, that's a polyurethane base. The only downside to that is that it's a little thick, so it will alter the fit in some of your shoes, which is unfortunate. The regular, I think it's called the Game Day and the Game Day Pros, those are thinner insoles, so they don't usually alter the fit or anything like that. But anyways, I think that these are awesome. I'm glad that she they're almost the same size as the Graphic.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, I'm glad that we were finally able to get her first pair of 3s, because she's been trying out Jordans here or there, but she doesn't typically love them.
I'm wearing Birkenstocks right now.
Birkenstocks
I was
right
just
now.
thinking, so I was brushing my teeth, I'm already in my shirt, and I was like, we should do a joke one, but I bet you it would sell. Find out the year Birks were made with a little Birkenstock.
Like the Jesus days.
No.
Yeah.
Like the brand.
It might even be before Christ. It was BC.
But yeah,
Roman
because I'm not
times.
the only one who loves a good Birkenstock, especially when they're broken in. I see the comments. There's plenty of them.
I know. Shout out to Josiah in our Discord community. He's a big fan of Birks. And if you like that stuff, that's cool.
It has a little BC.
Yeah.
It would be so great. Anyways, with all that being said, please leave a comment down below. Let us know if you like the shoe. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time.
Have a good one.